Hello and good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in to this learning channel. So if you want to achieve academic and professional excellence, kindly subscribe to my channel and please also hit the bell button beside it so that you'll get notifications if I have new videos. In the next few months, I'll be producing videos on grammar, pronunciation, reading comprehension, and other English-related topics. But today we'll be concentrating first on how to achieve English fluency. I know for a fact that in the academe and also in the professional world, more often than not, you'll be required to deliver speech, answer recitations, defend your feasibility and your thesis, among others. While in the professional world, you'll be asked to do emceeing, conduct meeting, or you'll be tasked to have an echo training seminar. There will be a lot of times wherein you'll be encountering this highly pressured endeavor. That's why I would like to help you to become better and emerge as a better version of yourself by becoming fluent in the English language. So tonight I'll be talking about first the 4 requisites or prerequisites for you to have English fluency. These are the things we should be focusing in the next few weeks. But today I'll just give you a macro perspective of our future topics. So number 1 is you are required, for you to be fluent in English, you are required to have the right pronunciation. So in linguistics, when you say pronunciation, is actually the correctness of the way you pronounce words, especially the vowels and consonants. In other words, your vowels and consonants should be distinct from each other so that they'll be intelligible for your audience or for your listeners. And for example, the O, if you see a mark like this, okay, then this means that this is circumflex O. Circumflex O is pronounced as you'll have to lower your jaw like this, and these are some of the words that demands a circumflex O. So if you see in the dictionary a mark like that, that means to say you have to again lower your jaw, and the words that are like having this pronunciation is like the thought, the sought, call, among others. Well, if you see a mark like this, then it means that it's a long O. Okay? Let's make it bigger. So it should be a long O. If you see a mark like that, it means to say it should be pronounced like you're eating a spaghetti, like no, so, and so forth. No, so, go. And that would demand your mouth to be, you have to put the one you like form a circle, and so that you produce the right sound. No, go, so are some of the words. And the last one will also, you'll be in terms of pronouncing, oh, you have also this one is, in linguistics, it's called schwa. Schwa is like you're only having a lazy lips. Like if you encounter or see this word like chocolate, you cannot have that long like choke or circumflex chock. You have to chock. You just have to have a lazy lips there, chock, as if it's merely heard. So chocolate is a schwa. Just like a bicycle, you don't say bicycle. It is a schwa. So bicycle, the last syllable or the last word, the last syllable ko is just like pronounced in a schwa manner. So O you can have three pronunciation for O: the long O, the circumflex, and the schwa O. So these are some of the basics, and then we'll be discussing them in details in the next few videos. So you have to have a correct pronunciation so that you'll be able to distinguish if it's a voiced TH or a voiceless TH. So a voiceless TH, like the thank, and then the this, do not demand a vibration from your vocal cord. So you say thank you. But if you say mother, mother is a voiced consonant, TH voiced consonant, so it demands like mother. Okay, father. Okay, so father and thank, voiceless and voice, should also be distinct, so that the audience would be able to understand what you're talking about, especially if they're foreigners and you're having a phone conversation or you're the trainer. They would really appreciate if you'll be able to have those words pronounced properly. So again, the first requirement for you to have English fluency is right pronunciation. Number two, you should have the right phrasing. So in English, they call it the right chunking, or you'll be able to chunk them into a thought phrase. But sometimes it's not actually a thought phrase, it's actually a thought clause. Like for example, I have been a trainer for 20 years. So you're talking about how long have you been a trainer. So you can say, I have been a trainer. Who are you? And what do you do? And then for 20 years, the when or how long. So you can, as a beginner, you can use the technique of 5 W's and 1 H as cutting or chunking your sentence. So, for example, a better example would be, tonight I will be praying. So tonight is a when, and then I'll be praying will be what. So you can take a breath at tonight, and then you can also take a breath at I'll be praying. So you have two thought phrase or two thought clause. That's one technique in phrasing. And also the third one is you should have correct grammar. So when you say grammar, you talk about the parts of speech, like the nouns, the adjectives, the verbs, the adverbs, the interjections, the articles. And when you're talking about them, these parts of speech have to be put in the proper position, which in grammar you call them syntax. So syntax is the proper arrangement of these parts of speech that makes a sentence. And if you have proper arrangement, then the audience or your listeners or your readers will be able to understand more what you would like to tell them. And also, aside from this grammar, okay, the parts of speech will also have other grammar rules, such as having the SVA, subject verb agreement. You have also the pronoun and noun antecedent. You cannot also commit some mistakes like double negatives, a can't and a not together or beside each other. And then you cannot also have dangling modifiers and other rules. And they are important because your audience will be able to comprehend more what you're talking about if you're not concentrating or not focusing on your grammatical lapses. So they would appreciate you as a speaker and as a writer if you have less mistakes. And then the last one is you have to have the stock of vocabulary. During high-pressured moments, you need a lot of vocabulary words. You don't only need to know look and see, but you have to know gazing. It's a positive way of looking, like stargazing. And if you want to say, do not say bad looking or angry look. You rather say, my professor glared at me. So glared is a proper word, and then when you would like to express neutral message, like stare can stare at something because you love looking at that person, staring at him, or you're staring at something as a blank look because you have a problem. So it's like neutral. So words have positivity, negativity, and neutrality in their vocabulary realm. So you have to know deeply the words so that your words, your audience will be able to understand more what you're trying to say. Words have colors. They're very powerful, and if you get to know them intimately, they'll do a lot of impact in the way you communicate. So try to acquire vocabulary words like 10 in a day, and in a month you'll be having 30 times 10, you'll be having 300 new words. And by grace, if you will be sticking with that, times 12, 300 will times 12 will be giving you, okay, more than, okay, thousand words. And that will be doing magic in the way you communicate. Okay, not only because you'll be able to express your ideas, but more importantly, you'll not be also grappling for words. So that's why you'll be emerging as a more confident speaker and writer. So with these 4 requirements, or let's call it 4 techniques, you'll be able to acquire them. You'll be shocked, be amazed on the wonders that they will do to your presentation or to your report or to your thesis. Namely, you have to have the right pronunciation, right phrasing, you have to have the right grammar, and then you have to have stock of vocabulary. Of course, this will make you more fluent or fluent speaker, but we're not into perfection. When we say fluent speaker, we're not perfect, because even natives and we as language teachers, we have also few lapses, and I think we should not be focusing on lapses, but focusing on how we're improving each day and making the best and trying to be the best we can, so that we'll have more grasp of the language, so that we'll be able to communicate in the language required by the academe, required by the professional world. And so again, let me reiterate, let's try to help each other improve on the areas of pronunciation, phrasing, grammar, and of course, vocabulary. So if you'd like to continue learning about English and how to become more fluent or more proficient in the language, subscribe to my channel and I'll try to help you in the best that I can. So thank you for being with me, and I'll see you soon. May God bless us. May God bless our family. May God bless you, and of course our organization. Thank you, and see you soon.